Hi, it's Janice Thompson from JazzleDazzleCraft.co.uk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I live and work in Scotland. Today I am filming the second project of our gorgeous Posies class in the post for December 2020. You may be watching this another time, but the ideas in here you can use with any stamp set, so it is relevant to anyone. So what we have in our project kit, you have received our two Magenta Madness card blanks, two Night of Navy layers, and two pieces of Whisper White to layer on top. These are the bits we stamp on. So let's just pop the other things out of the way. And we'll do the simple one. Now you will recognise this technique. I do it a lot because I think it's a good way to settle down, make a pretty effective card, and just sort of get to know the stamp set that you've got in your hands. So without more ado, we will just replicate this. I'm just going to use the same colours so I'm basically going to replicate the card. However, you never get it the same way around. You never get it exactly the same. So what I'll do first with this sort of thing is I cut my layer for my card and I choose the darker ink colour, the one that's not going to be the flower, and I choose my sentiment. So maybe this time shall we choose Celebrating Your Day then for this one? So that could be a birthday, an anniversary. That's too small. Right, this block. I'm just going to rub my hands a wee bit. I did put some hand cream on and I feel that's not always the wisest thing just before you start crafting, but I washed my hands and they felt dry, so I thought, right, put some hand cream on, and then feel like I've got oily skin. I might have overdone it. So anyway, let's just pop the sentiment roughly in the middle. Now, normally if I'm crafting, I'd have my head over the top here. Because I'm filming and trying to let you see, it'll be a squint as come out, but hey, we'll just roll with it. Obviously you can take time to get yours straight. I'm here just to show you technique. So, and then the flower stamp. I love this set, gorgeous Posies set. It does go with the project kit. And then I'm just going to use Magenta Madness. I love pink and navy together. I think it's gorgeous, and this vibrant pink is one of our in colours, which will take us through, will be with us at least until 2022. It's almost luminous. It's so bright, but it's great. So let's just start. So basically just inking it up. Stamp once, stamp twice. Somewhere, oh, be careful of lines, of course, I forget about that. Don't matter if they in fact it's fine for them to overlap a wee bit. I think I'll just stamp off and then second generation there, then first generation here. It's just because I'm stamping off the side of the card, you get a wee line, so I'm not going to see what happened there. So do it on your paper, and then because that fills in the background of second generation quite well. So let's just do a few more firsts, and then we'll go over this one again, I think. Right, so off, on, off, on. just makes the background, whoops, off, on. Off, gone on, won't matter. Off, on, just to get that white bit there. Right, so then you've got a solid image around there. And then I'm just going to take this spotty stamp here and just put that in the centre of the flowers. And do that with Night of Navy. Oops. So basically just created a frame of flowers around. These are distinctive stamps, so they look quite arty, I think. Just kind of aiming it at the, I'm thinking maybe better to do it twice, gives you a bit more. There. And to be honest, I think that's enough. Would be better if my Celebrating Your Day was a bit straighter, but we'll just say it's at an arty angle. Now, the glue debacle goes on which one will work. I think today I might get to open a new one, but no, that's not wanting to come out. Let's just got a wee needle here. It's always when I just first start my crafting day. There's still some glue in here. Just doesn't want to come out. Come on. Don't like being a wee Scottish lassie. A bit frugal. I don't want to be throwing this out when it's got glue left in it. See, it's got a, what do you call that when it, some people call that a glue bogey. It's great glue when you can get it going. Now that one's going in the bin. I've had it. I don't think there's enough left in it. Last try, and we'll open a new one if this one doesn't go. I'm down to just these two now, and I have my doubts for the other one. I think there might be some left in here. These ones have been lying about forever, so I do want to get them used. Oh, here we go. And then just pop this onto one of the Night of Navy layers. So I have just given you enough bits to make one of each of these cards, but obviously you can use this and go on and use your own stash. Excuse me. And you can then use any colour combination. This is just a gorgeous stamp set that you can, because you've got, you know, you're acknowledging birthdays. The Celebrating Your Day could be anniversary, could be any event in someone's life. And the Get Well Soon, well, that's a handy one, sentiment to have. And the other sentiments are for a very kind and thoughtful friend, so that's nice. And wishing you comfort and peace at this time. And again, you know, there's several situations where that would be appropriate sentiment. So there, that's the first card in this project too. I just put them together simply because they were using the same. Now this one uses a bit of cutting out the flowers. So I actually need a scrap of Whisper White. Now you do have extra card in your kit. I have put extra card in all the kits for this sort of thing. But I'm just going to get one of my own scraps here. And what I need to do is stamp 3 flowers. So I'm getting glue everywhere. I think I've turned that over. I seem to have glue on everything today, and I've only just started. So I want 1, 2, 3, and then I will pop the lid on this before I get covered in it, and I'll just use the centre stamp and put a centre in each of these. I should have had some of these cut out already, but I didn't. But hey, they're quite easy to cut. So we'll just quickly do it. You can fast forward this, but I'm going to leave the camera running because I'm quite lazy about editing and having to put 2 parts together. What I'll do is just quickly cut. Oh, the extra card gets in my way. I'm chucking that because there were bits of glue on them, so let's just quickly. Obviously you can take your time cutting yours out. I go quiet when I'm cutting out. But as I say, you can fast forward this bit. If you're not already a subscriber, I would appreciate some extra subscribers. I would appreciate you subscribing to my channel and pushing the bell icon so that you get notified if I'm coming along. I would also appreciate you sharing this with any friends who might be interested in paper crafting, who might enjoy watching a video. And please, on the way out, please leave me a thumbs up. And a comment even, that's helpful, that all helps. A positive comment, I would think, if possible. I do like to hear your views. There we are. We're getting there. Let's see. Fussy cutting is sometimes something that I like to do while I'm watching TV or something like that. I create myself a pile of it. But I think just using the cut out flowers, it does give it a bit of a more of a 3D lift, a 3D look even. Although I'm not particularly shaping these flowers, you could shape them. If you snip some of the petals down, you know, the bit in between, and give them more dimension. It's just to let you see that there's, you know, with simple stamping there's still lots of wee bits and bobs you can do to change your card up. we're nearly there. So, whoops. I'll miss this Magenta Madness when it goes next June. Not this June coming, but in 22. We've only had it a few months and yet I just love it. It's just the vibrancy of it. And of course you may know that Night of Navy is my favourite colour. I think the reason Night of Navy is my favourite colour because it goes with almost every colour that we have in my head. Here we are, we're nearly there. Give me a second, just want to check that we are still filming. Sometimes, and we're not too, it's not taken us too long so far. We've got one card in the bag. And just on the last flower here, and then a bit of stamping and we'll be done. It's so easy. But I think so pretty. Right. We've got 3 flowers. We've got our this here. So now what we want to do is arrange the leaves. So I'm looking at arranging the flowers something like 2 here and 1 down there, or we could do it this way round this time. Could have the 2 on the bottom of the card this time, just to show that it would still work, and 1 at the top. So we've got our 3 flowers. What we need now is some leaves in the background. So there's a lovely leaf stamp here. It's got 2 leaves on it. And what sentiment will we have this time? We'll make this one into a Get Well Soon one this time, I think. These stamps need cleaned before the next video. Alrighty, so we'll take the, I think we'll put the sentiment in first and then that'll inform where we put our leaves. On this one, I did the leaves with Pretty Peacock. This time I'm actually just going to use the Night of Navy even. So I'm going to put my Get Well Soon here. And then I'm going to use the leaf stamp. So kind of just, if I'm going to have this here, I want a leaf about there. So that would go there, so we can have one coming down about there, and then a leaf. So it could have another leaf, maybe that's sitting on there, so we need to do something similar here. So we're going to have a leaf that comes out there, and there. So just kind of just use your bits that you've cut to sort of give you an idea. Oops, maybe want it round the right way though. And then we'll have something in the corner there, and then we'll arrange them. And then you can put these on just with wet glue, or you could use a dimensional to give it a bit of a lift. So that one I just used glue. So what we'll do is make the card up, and then I'll pop this one on with dimensionals. So we've now got a hair coming from this glue. Great stuff. And on to the other Night of Navy layer that you have here. I'm just looking again because I felt that slip a wee bit, so I just wanted to make sure that the top layer hadn't slipped. So there we have it. So I hope the ladies that bought the kit are enjoying it. And yeah, I just thought by the time you get this in December, you should have made all your Christmas cards and things. So, and you've got enough stuff to make Christmas cards if you still need them. So I thought it was time to think of something more cheerful. I always do turn it over like this and rub the back, because that just makes sure that the glue is all distributed, and then we can bring in dimensionals. There's one in the middle. One in the middle is all it needs. And then we'll just pop one about there. And then this one so that it's overlapping. And there you go. Another pretty card. Done and dusted. You could add a bit of bling if you want. Whoops. Anyway, there we go. Always find that arrangement works when you've got two landscape and two portraits. So there you go. As I say, you've got enough stuff there to make one of each of this style, and yeah, leave it up to you whether you want to just put them flat on or whether you want to put them on with dimensionals or just one with dimensionals. It's up to you, but I like doing it that way because then the leaves are really tucked in underneath. But you make your own arrangement, whichever suits you. So thank you very much. That is project 2 from the Gorgeous Posies kit. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.